I am starting to think about what my 2017 goals are because I always make a list of at least 10 goals for the next year in December. And I thought, why not share some tips on how you guys can set your goals for 2017. So a lot of my goal setting tips that I've learned are from Chalene Johnson. I love her. She literally has the best advice for businesses, for growth, for success. And she has a book called Push, which is all about goal setting. And she's also coming out with a journal, a push journal, which I cannot wait to get, that goes by month on how you can set goals and how you can plan for your month. So that is definitely something I'll be posting about once I talk to you guys about that and once I purchase that and when it becomes available. But I wanted to give you guys some tips on how you can create your goals for next year right now. My number one tip, and like I said, a lot of these are from Chalene, my number one tip is to write them down. So, with technology nowadays, obviously we have apps, we have the note section on our phones, and we can just type things up. But when you actually take the time to get out a piece of paper to write things down, it just kind of like solidifies in your mind more. You're putting it on paper, so it just seems more real and more like a something that you're telling yourself you're going to do. And I think you really remember it easier, and you can also go back and look at that list that you wrote down. So definitely number one advice is to write these goals down somewhere at least once. My number two advice would be to figure out your priorities. What are your priorities for the year right now, just in general? Is it your family? Is it your faith? Is it your job, your career, your business? What's most important to you? Because that will determine your goals. So if your family is your number one priority, then you got to make sure that your goals align with your family and align with your priorities. So definitely figure out your priorities before you make your goals. I hope that makes sense. Number three is to get outside your comfort zone. So you want to set goals that are actually going to make you scared. Goals that will get you out of your comfort zone and aren't just like easy goals that you know you can achieve. You want to write down and create goals that scare you, that make you nervous, that push you to another level, because that's what goals are for. They're not supposed to be easy. They're supposed to be something that you have to work for and you have to work hard for, and that are going to be worth it in the end, and that push you to become an even greater person than you already are. So make sure you're getting outside your comfort zone with your goals. A next tip is to make them personal and professional. So it doesn't have to be 10 goals that are all personal or 10 goals that are all just career and professional focused. You want a mix of both of those. And I'll also throw in my next tip, which is to make at least one financial goal. So you want a variety of goals. I do a few personal, a few professional. I tend to focus more on professional if that's where I'm feeling needs more work, but also a financial goal as well, which goes into your professional goal. But it's better to have like a number or an percentage or something that you're gonna want to make that's going to help you push for those professional goals, but you also want to have personal goals as well. And then you really want to make sure that if you get stuck, if you say you're making a list of 10 and you get 7 written down and you still need 3 more. If you're getting stuck, you really want to ask yourself, what's something crazy cool that I could do? Or what wouldn't it be crazy amazing if? And you got to think, that's how you can think outside the box and be like, what would be so amazing if I accomplished this? Like, what would be, you got to think of a crazy cool goal, and that will get the wheels turning if you are struggling to think of some ideas. I think a lot of times we get stuck on either trying to make our goals perfect or being afraid to make goals that are kind of grand and big, because sometimes we don't have that mindset that we believe we can achieve something as big as, say, traveling across the world, traveling to 3 different continents in a year or something like that. So think about, what would be crazy, amazing, or cool if I did this or achieved this. Another tip would be that you want to make at least one health goal. So I said you want to make personal goals, you want to make professional and financial goals. You definitely want a health goal. And obviously I'm going to say that because I'm a health and fitness coach, but because it's important. Your health will affect your entire life. So you want to make at least one health goal, but you want to make sure that it's attainable and it's measurable. So you want to, you don't want to say something crazy like lose 100 pounds if you're only 115 pounds, because that's not measurable or attainable, because it's unhealthy and crazy. So you want to just, maybe it's to run my first 5K, or to lose the baby weight, or to tone up and lose 10 pounds. Something like that is going to be measurable and attainable for your health goals. So I definitely suggest you guys do that as well. And then also, I think another goal would be, another tip for your goal setting would be to have an accountability partner. So this could be your spouse, this could be a best friend, this could be a mentor at work, this could be someone on your team if you're a coach like me, that you share these goals with. So not only are you gonna be sharing it with them, they're gonna hold you accountable. If they have goals, you can, hey Crystal, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. I'm glad you like the tips. And yeah, if anybody else wants to comment, I hope you guys are finding these tips helpful. Let me know in the comments below. So anyways, what I was saying was about accountability partners. So you can help them stay accountable. They can help you stay accountable. Also, if you're feeling stuck and you can't get as many goals as you want written down, I would definitely have that accountability partner help you kind of brainstorm some ideas, bounce back and forth. Sometimes people might have goals for you that you didn't even think of for yourself, or you were too afraid to admit that was something you wanted to go for, but they know you can achieve it. So definitely find somebody who's gonna hold you accountable. And finally, to kind of wrap this all up, is you want to create an action plan once you have these goals set. Hey Leah, oh my gosh, you're so cute, you're so nice. How are you? I think you're on the East Coast right now, right? I'm glad you guys are tuning into my videos. So, but what I was going to say to wrap it up is you need to, once you get these goals written down, you share them with an accountability partner, you have them written out in detail, you want to create an action plan for these goals. So you don't want to just make these lists of goals, and be like, okay, hopefully it happens. You have to make an action plan. Otherwise, they're not going to just happen out of thin air. You have to have reason to be doing them. You have to kind of look at what it's going to take to achieve these goals and how long you're going to need, and got to write that out. So I think, you know what? I think I actually missed one of my goals that I really want to, if I did already say it, I'm sorry, but make sure you're writing, I don't think I said this, make sure you're writing these in present tense. This is something I learned from my coaches on my uplines, that they've given me such great advice. Make sure you write it in present tense. So instead of saying, I will run my first 10K this year, you're going to say, I ran my first 10K. So, or like instead of saying, I want to become a manager this year, you would say, I am a manager, or I am promoted to be a manager. So you want to make sure it's in present tense, because that just makes it more powerful. That makes you feel more empowered. That makes it feel more real. And I think it's just kind of saying, like, instead of, that takes the doubt out of it, that takes the questioning out of it, and it says, I will be this. I will achieve this, not I might. So that's a huge difference. So I hope you guys found these tips helpful. I'll post in the comment section all of these tips so that you guys can see it there too. But if you think that these kind of videos, I trying to do at least one a week with tips about some subject. If you guys find these helpful, let me know in the comment section. And if there's any topic that you'd like me to cover, let me know as well in the comment section. So I hope you guys have a great time planning your 2017 goals. I hope these tips help you figure those out and write them down. And also, I would definitely suggest too, once you have them written down on a piece of paper, that you hang it somewhere in your house. that you can see every day that reminds you, okay, these are my goals, I better get to it. So definitely go for the big, scary goals in 2017 so you can make it the best year of your life. So happy planning and happy goal setting.